Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, I am the Introverted Reader, and today's video is actually a video that I've been meaning to do for a minute now. Oh, do you know what? I'm gonna take a drink first, so hydrate and let's get ourselves together. So this is a video I've been meaning to do for a minute now, but I kept putting it off, but then, because I would get a last minute idea, or I would remember I'd had to do a certain video, blah, blah. But anyway, we're here now. So today's video is going to be me talking about the C-dramas that I have watched, that is Chinese dramas, that I have watched. I first got into watching them, I think, like 2019-ish. And then obviously, you know, it hasn't been for very long. And I haven't watched that many. So if anybody watches them as well and has any recommendations, feel free to leave them in the comments. Or if you're one of my TikTok followers, just like comment under the... just, you know, get in touch with me. You know how to. All the socials are down there. But anyway. So yeah. These are all a list. I have them all written down just in case I forgot. So like I said, I got into watching them like 2019, I believe. And it all started with, I hope I'm getting this right. I know the Untamed was the first drama I ever watched. I think so. So the first C-drama that I ever watched was The Untamed, or it's based off of the book Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, which you guys know I've been reading those volumes. I've been reading those volumes in the last few months in my TBRs, because only very recently we got the English translated version of the books, so, or book, I should say, it's all just one, they split it. But anyway, The Untamed, the TV show that we're talking about. I have gone on and on and on about this show like numerous times. I even have a pillow sitting over there. You might have seen it in a video sometimes, but I literally have a pillow over there with the two main characters printed on it that I hug to my chest every night when I get home from work. It's over there. I'll not show you because it's disgusting. It needs washed. But anyway, yeah, so The Untamed, what it's about. So yeah, it follows the same premise as the book. You know, our main character, Wei Wuxian, basically at the very beginning, everybody is celebrating the fact that he's dead. But then he gets resurrected and he wakes up only to have the person that resurrected him say, oh, here, I need you to take revenge on my enemies, because there's people that have done me wrong, and I brought you back to life and sacrificed myself so that you could bring them back. And you guys, this drama, honestly, this show was honestly my life for like a good year and a half. I didn't want to watch anything else. I wasn't interested in watching anything else. Like, no American or British TV show was coming near it. Like, I remember the day I watched the very last episode. It was a Sunday, and I was actually getting ready to go to work. Sitting in my room watching the last episode. And I watched I watched the ending of that episode, and I'm sitting there trying not to cry because I had just like done my makeup and that to go to work. And I literally went, nope. And then Netflix was like, oh, you can watch it on Netflix, by the way. Or if you don't have Netflix, literally all of the episodes are on YouTube. So yeah. But anyway, I literally said, nope. And then I immediately went all the way back to the first episode and watched it like all over again. Well, obviously I had to go to work, but I was just like, listen, I am starting this over again. I'm not ready to say goodbye. No other show exists in my mind, and for ages that was really the only thing I wanted to watch, you know. And me and a few of my Twitter gals, we literally have a whole group chat dedicated to this show. We all obsess over it all the time. We have watched it and rewatched it together numerous times. If you're one of those girlies, hello. Sorry, my glass is all wet. But anyway, so yeah, there's that. I'm gonna take another sip. And if you've not hydrated today, just PSA, hydrate. Anyway, so that's the Untamed. And listen, oh my goodness, it is gut-wrenching, it's angsty, it's dramatic, but like it's so good. Like the chemistry between the two main actors, like it is a boy love romance, okay? It is a boy love romance drama at the end of the day, but obviously it's about so much more than just the two of them getting together. But it's just like the journey that you will go on, you will not be disappointed. But anyway, the next one I want to talk about is called Word of Honor. And again, this is on Netflix, but it is also available to watch on YouTube, and that is where I watched it for the first time. It was during the lockdowns, and I heard about this drama that was coming. It was a new boy love drama, and everybody like on Twitter and stuff was talking about it, so I looked into it, and I watched the episodes every day. They would come on 11 a.m. my time. I'd watch them on YouTube, and I was obsessed with this show. So basically, Word of Honor, it is a boy love as well. And what it's about is our main character, Zoe's show. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm doing my best. It's my accent. But anyway, most people just call him Ashu as the show goes on. But anyway, so he is a part of this sort of like assassin organization that works for the prince. But then a lot of stuff happens with him, and he basically doesn't want to be alive anymore. So he decides that he wants to unalive himself. I know, trigger warning for that. And he, he embeds these nails into himself, and basically is like, I'm just gonna wander off into the wilderness and drink until I die because I don't want to be alive anymore. And then along the way, he meets our other main character, Wen Kexing. And as soon as Wen Kexing sees him, he will not leave him alone. The most, he is the most persistent, chaotic gay you'll ever meet. Like, he was following Zoe's show everywhere. And there is a lot more to this show than what I've just mentioned. But to be honest, I don't think I would be able to properly cohere what it's about without stammering or messing it up. So what I will say is it's very much like the Untamed. It's not so much fantastical. It's all all about the martial arts world and how corrupt it is. And secrets and secrets upon secrets and deception and all this. And yeah, and basically just about these two basically finding each other and finding a better reason to carry on and to live. And it's so beautiful. Does it slap as hard as the Untamed? No. Does the soundtrack for this show slap as hard as the Untamed? No. But the storyline, the character arcs, the feelings that it gave me, top tier. The Untamed and Word of Honor are right up there. So those are the top two that I would recommend the most. I watch a lot of mostly historical sort of fantastical C-dramas, but I do watch the occasional contemporary one. And I'll talk to you about a contemporary one now. It is called Gank Your Heart. That title is so weird, but Gank Your Heart. Don't ask me what that means. I don't know. That's the name of it. I didn't make it up. But it stars one of the actors that was in the Untamed, Wang Yibo. And if you don't know who Wang Yibo is, Wangyibo, type that lad's name into the search bar up there and get your life, okay? You need to know who he is. He's amazing. He deserves all the love in the world. So yeah, he stars in this drama, but it's a contemporary one this time. It's not historical. He doesn't have to wear the wig. And basically his character is a professional video game player, and he is very, very famous within the video game world. And basically his team haven't really been doing all that well. and it's a romance between him and this girl who believe she works for like a social media sort of company. She's sort of like a journalist sort of thing. And she basically she doesn't really know that much about the gaming world. And so, but like she really wants to interview him because she really wants to do well at her job. She really wants to get like promoted and like be able to like write stuff for her website and stuff like that. So she's got aspirations. So anyway, it's really just all about the two of them meeting and just like this whole chaotic world. I'm not a gamer. I am not familiar with esports, but if you are an esports fan, then I think you will really enjoy this. I will say though, throughout this particular one, I love Yibo's performance. Like, don't get me wrong, like my boy can do no wrong, absolutely. Like in the Untamed, he was able to play like a fully grown a fully grown man in his 30s whenever he was filming the Untamed. He was only like 21, 22, but he was able to like portray that maturity of someone much older, which is unlike. And in this one he was able to be more himself, because the character that he plays in Gank Your Heart is a gamer, loves motorcycles and skateboarding, and those are all things that Yibo loves himself. Like he is also like, he loves video games, he is a professional motorcycle racer, he loves skateboarding, like he loves Legos as well. It's just a wee side note. But yeah, I mean, and I was gonna say, throughout this drama, it is really, really good. Like I love Yibo's performance, but there is a lot of sometimes unnecessary drama, because there's this whole segment of they had this whole segment where an ex-girlfriend of Wang Yibo's character comes back into his life after 5 years, and she literally does nothing but cause sadness and drama and unnecessary, just all the unnecessary things that were not needed. It was almost as if, okay, we've got our main couple together, so I think we just need to throw in this unnecessary plot twist so that we can, have a little bit more angst and, and do all that, which I still think is really, really pointless. But like, I would still recommend it. If you're able to find it anywhere. Where did I watch it? I can't even remember where I watched it last time. I tried to watch as many episodes and stuff as I could on YouTube. So maybe if it's available on YouTube anywhere, you might be able to find it somewhere. But anyway, so back to the fantasy. Now, one that I was obsessed with as of recently that I need to finish and rewatch again is Love Between Fairy and Devil. Now, I didn't know about this drama, okay? I randomly found this on Netflix. I read the synopsis for it and I was like, you know what? Been a while since I've watched a fantastical C-drama. Let me get into it. And this drama, you guys, I haven't been this obsessed with a drama since I watched The Untamed. I mean, again, does it hit as hard as The Untamed? No. But this one is a lot more magical and fantastical. It's about like gods and celestial beings and, like the heavens and stuff. It's set in the celestial realm. It's not set on planet Earth. And it's basically about these two different beings. It's kind of like a Beauty and the Beast type thing, but without the Stockholm syndrome. Honestly, it is literally like Beauty and the Beast, but a C-drama, but with gods, but without the Stockholm syndrome, if I'm being honest. And our main girl is a fairy. No, she's not a fairy. She's like a plant spirit. That's what she is. And she's called Orchid, and she just, she doesn't really have a whole lot of power. She doesn't have any influence. She's just a lowly little plant spirit. But she really wants to work up in the Celestial Palace and be like a proper fairy, because she has a big old crush on the God of War and she wants him to notice her. And so she goes up there to try, but then something happens during one of her tests and she basically ends up waking up this prisoner that the heavens had locked up for like 30,000 years, who is our love interest. And she accidentally wakes him up by kissing him. And then, the whole thing goes off from there. And it is so good. The tears I shed, okay? Now, a lot of these dramas, I will say, like The Untamed does have a happy ending. Word of Honor has a happy ending. Gank Your Heart does have a happy ending, even despite all the unnecessary drama, it has a happy ending. And I'm telling you guys all this because I know a lot of you are like, but does it end happy? Am I going to be sad at the end of this? Because I know a lot of people like to know these things. Love Between Fairy and Devil does have a happy ending. It'll take you a while to get there, but it does have a happy ending. And I'm letting you know this now, okay? Just so we're not, just so you're not coming for me later. One that I watched like forever ago. It's called Eternal Love of Dream, and it's another one that's set in like the celestial realm, and our main girl is a fox spirit, and she has a crush on one of the like higher up celestial beings, but he doesn't really notice her all that much, but like she's like so in love with him, and she wants him to notice her. And as it goes on, eventually like his walls do break down and he grows to have feelings for her as well. And like, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. Like the way these are filmed, like a lot of these dramas, like I will say a lot of these fantasy dramas are literally on a peanut salary, okay? And it amazes me how they're able to pull everything off. Like that's why if you watch it on YouTube, you're going to get ad after ad, maybe like every few minutes, because the sponsors pay for these dramas, okay? They're literally given peanuts by the companies that are, like put them out there on TV. So yeah, appreciate those sponsors. I'm going to take a drink. Now, the very last one that I want to talk about is one that I watched, I think maybe a year ago. And it's called The Flaming Heart. And one of the actors that was in Word of Honor, Gongjun, is in this. He plays the main guy. And he plays a fireman. Oh yes. It is a fireman romance drama. Oh yes. Oh yes. And he plays this fireman who is very dedicated to his job because his father died, right? His father was a firefighter and his father died. And he works really hard to, uphold his, legacy. And then our main girl, who he falls for, is a doctor. Like she's quite a well-known doctor actually, and her team sort of work alongside the firefighters. If they're ever like in like real dire situations where they need to have the medical team like right there ready to go. And they like train with them and stuff, and like there's a lot of like fun moments, and like they get closer and closer. It's all very fun and fluffy when it comes to their romance, but also as well, if you're triggered by like anything to do with like like it's not bloody, it's not like a medical drama, like there's no scenes where you see them performing an operation or anything like that. But if stuff associated with doctors, medical equipment, talking like hospitals, if anything like that is triggering for you, be wary. But I mean, you could just, just watch it for the romance, honestly, because the two of them are so adorable. Like the actors in these dramas don't get enough credit. Like they're so good. But anyway, those are all the ones that I can name off the top of my head. Well, those are all the ones that I know I watched and I know I loved. I'll leave them all listed down below if you want to like search for them or whatever. I know, obviously, you can watch all the episodes of the Untamed and Word of Honor on YouTube. I know that. And The Flaming Heart as well. But you can find a good C-drama on Netflix. Like, Netflix aren't paying me. Not that I would say no. But I'm just saying, if you're in the market for watching a good C-drama, then I would say Netflix or Viki. I know that Viki is a good place to go to if you want to watch dramas and stuff. So yeah, those are all the C-dramas that I love. If you watch C-dramas as well, let me know which ones you like. Have you watched any of these? What's your opinions? If you have any suggestions as ones that I need to watch that you think that I would like based on these, let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. All my socials are down below as always. Feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I love yous. Thanks so much. Feel free to tell your friends about me, because I would love to hit 300 subscribers this year. It's a pipe dream, but let's see if we can make it happen. But anyway, love yous and leave yous. Mwah. Bye.